Dear domestic installation artist of genius, it's day 9 of Sparktending, 10 days of perspectives, tools, tips, and love for creative moms. A group of us moms were sharing on the phone as part of our Brave Creation Mothers class. Sasha, not her real name, revealed something that was so resonant you could almost hear the whoosh of some of the other mothers' heads just whipping up and down in agreement all the way across the phone lines. Some days, she said, my life will just be going on as normal, and I'll be vacuuming up the morning cereal off the floor and thinking about what I'm going to do next, and I'll just be hit with this thought that I hate having. And it hits like a ton of bricks. It goes, is this all I'm freaking doing? Is this it? And I feel so rageful, I want to scream. In Sasha's case, housework, a basic ritual of inhabiting space, had become a kind of reminder for her of the other work she wanted as an artist. It became a stand-in for the giant concrete wall that she felt between her and her elemental waters. See yesterday's episode for a definition of that. Later in the call, Linda was talking about her relationship with her wife. With a toddler to care for and juggling 2 jobs between them, their relationship was suffering. The only times they had alone together at home with the baby sleeping, they only had enough energy left before collapsing into sleep for the night just to clean the house and prepare for the next day. And what a mess it was. I saw a quote online recently, and I'm sad to say I don't remember who said it, but it goes something like this. Having a toddler is like living in a frat house. Everything's sticky, and you don't know why. One small person is enough to create messes of tornado proportions, and trying to clean it while you're with them is like trying to shovel while it's snowing. So you wait till they're turned off, sleeping for the night, and you try to do enough so that you don't wake up tomorrow feeling totally overwhelmed. And the more kids you have, the more mess there is, and the fewer parents around, the more work for each. But even in a 2-parent, 1-kid family, it can feel like at the end of day jobs and parenting, housework is all that's left. And who can find their elemental waters when there's a mountain of dishes and laundry and stickiness between you and it? I think we have to be housework jammers. We have to mess with the art form. But first, I think we have to recognize a couple things. 1, housework, the work of keeping a home, tending the hearth of our lives, crafting and nurturing our physical environment, is not a trivial thing. Just like mothering is not trivial. It's a big deal. Our environment is a relationship we have to the literal container that holds and protects us, our relationships, our bodies, our dreams, our values, our sleep, everything. It's like another body. And care of the home is similar to care of the body in so many ways. Similar in importance for sure. 2, housework has been treated as the domain of women, historically and right now. And if you question if it's still true, take inventory of house cleaning product commercials next time you're watching TV or surfing the web. It's happy, slender, mostly white and well-groomed women keeping those spotless houses and wiping up those spills and getting out those bloodstains. 3, we have deep feelings about housework, or deep feelings that get attached to housework, and that is also not trivial. That's about generations of patriarchy. It's about generations of women being forced to tend the home, being seen and not heard. It's about all the things we didn't do or couldn't do, or the voice we couldn't use while we did this work. It's got its own version in each of our heritages and class backgrounds and statuses, nationalities, but it's there, and it's in us to be adjusted to, or hated, or agreed with, or fought with. And we do dance with all of those feelings. What else is true? Housework is physical labor. Physical labor is good labor. Physical labor makes the whole world go around. Physical labor is just as valuable as any other kind of labor. It's just as intelligent as any other kind of labor. Housework is creative production. When you work on your space, whether you're 4 people in a 1-bedroom apartment designing the space so everything fits, or you're 1 person in a giant house, you're doing intelligent work, creative work, physical work. In fact, it's the work of an artist. It's spiritual. This is the sanctuary or the play space or the temple or the workspace of your people, your family. You are an installation artist, an interior designer, a psychic space maker, a magician when you work on your space. It's collaborative. It's something that you can do with the people that you live with. It's a work of art that you create together. So how do we resolve all the kind of conflicts and contradictions we feel about this important area of life? For Teresa, part of the answer was to dissolve the boundaries between her and the elemental waters, her biggest vision, the other art forms that pulled at her, to really reclaim her creativity in every area, including housework. The other solution for her was to be much more in charge of how much time she spent on it, which required her to have some tough conversations with her husband about their respective expectations around housework. He does more of the vacuuming now, but they actually had to go into some kind of deep fighting territory about sexism to get there. For Linda, she decided that once a week she and her wife would decide not to do housework, to let the old food on the dishes just harden overnight, to sit together on the couch and laugh about how urgent they feel about cleaning, to pay attention to each other's feelings about it, to not treat it as trivial, to cry about it if they needed to laugh and freak out long enough that their conversation could eventually turn to other things, long enough that they could begin to return to each other. Because we can get real rigid about cleaning, some of us can feel crazy when our house is chaotic. For some of us, cleaning is a crutch, an addiction, a barrier. Housework can be what we look to for reassurance that we're okay, that we have our act together. For others, cleaning and designing is like medicine. It's necessary. It mends the world for us. It puts power in our hands of a healing kind. Sometimes it can feel one way on one day and one way on another. Liberation or prison. Liberation, prison. Liberation, prison. And all these feelings have roots in our childhoods, in our relationship to being contained, held, taken care of. It's deep, sisters. So whatever your relationship is to it, please be compassionate with yourself. Don't blame yourself. Then jam the crap out of housework. This is your life, your relationship to space. It's your most consistent artwork over the course of a life. If you rigidly clean and design, stop. Turn your attention elsewhere. See what happens. See where your attention wants to go. If you just let your place be a wreck for a month or 2. If you tend to let things be a hot mess all the time, clear your schedule for a weekend. Drop the kids off at your friends. Grab that magical book by Marie Kondo, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, and dive deep. Cleanse, purge, clarify. At the very least, clear space that's yours alone. Get the pile of laundry off the writing desk permanently. Your writing desk or your art space or whatever it is that represents your place to meet your elemental waters must be like an altar inviting you all the time. Get the kids' toys out of your art supplies. Get your art supplies out of the kids' toy box. Claim your space. Set your boundaries. But for God's sake, don't trivialize this issue. It's connected to our creativity and our core in very profound ways. Play with it. It's your turtle shell. In closing, for those of you who need to loosen your grip on housework or loosen its grip on you, here's a poem by the writer Louise Erdrich. She is an incredible novelist and poet who's raised 5 children while publishing dozens of books, all of them gorgeous. And here's her take on housework. Advice to myself: leave the dishes. Let the celery rot in the bottom drawer of the refrigerator, and an earthen scum harden on the kitchen floor. Leave the black crumbs in the bottom of the toaster. Throw the cracked bowl out and don't patch the cup. Don't patch anything. Don't mend. Buy safety pins. Don't even sew on a button. Let the wind have its way, then the earth that invades as dust, and then the dead foaming up in gray rolls underneath the couch. Talk to them. Tell them they are welcome. Don't keep all the pieces of the puzzles or the doll's tiny shoes in pairs. Don't worry who uses whose toothbrush or if anything matches at all. Accept one word to another or a thought. Pursue the authentic. Decide first what is authentic. Then go after it with all your heart. Your heart, that place you don't even think of cleaning out. That closet stuffed with savage mementos. Don't sort the paper clips from the screws from the saved baby teeth, or worry if we're all eating cereal for dinner again. Don't answer the telephone ever, or weep over anything at all that breaks. Pink molds will grow within those sealed cartons in the refrigerator. Accept new forms of life and talk to the dead, who drift in through the screened windows, who collect patiently on the tops of food jars and books. Recycle the mail. Don't read it. Don't read anything except what destroys the insulation between yourself and your experience, or what pulls down, or what strikes at, or what shatters this ruse you call necessity. Tune in tomorrow, our final day of Sparktending. Join us at the Facebook group Tending Sparks, and find it all at amywalsh.net/spark.